Hey guys, it's Ben the Coin Geek at Old Pueblo Coin. Thanks for joining us today for an open box video from coins we got graded at NGC. And as always, please like, subscribe, share. And if any of these coins are available for sale at the time the video hits, you will see them down in the show notes. So what you do is you click on the title, the description of the video, and you'll see some links to the coins that are either for sale on our website or available for auction on eBay. Just kind of depends on what we're looking at here. So this is a bunch of stuff that the engineers send in. Generally, I don't recommend sending stuff in for grading. Mid-century modern may be an exception for y'all. It's actually an area that's kind of a fun, simple way to kind of dip your toes into the pool, so to speak, for trying to cherry pick. So this 1969 San Francisco minted proof coin is a coin that often comes kind of with just a flat glossy finish, and we were going for the cameo on this, and we got a cameo on it, which is good. Proof 68 cameo. Now there's probably a little bit more of a jump, of course, at a 69, but this particular coin I think trades for probably about $40 or so on that guy. All right, next up, same thing. That whole window from the special mint sets, 1965 through the proof sets of 1970 are the years where it's kind of harder to get coins in cameo and in high grade, and people pay large premiums for them. Of course, oftentimes you need to get that combination of both cameo and or deep cameo and high grade to be able to make it really worth doing. So like I said, even this beautiful 70S proof only came back as 67 cameo. So although we got the cameo on it, kind of lost the grade by a couple notches, turns into a coin that is going to be, barely worth, if anything, more than the slabbing fees on a coin like that. Sometimes, so the engineer's been assembling a set of cameo and ultra cameo stuff in different grades, like a grade cameo, ultra cameo set, mostly based on coins that we sent in that didn't come back quite as good as we wanted them to. So this 1965 SMS coin might fall on that list. This one's really pretty, nice satin finish, and something that I think we're shooting for a really high grade on this guy, or maybe just a PL. It does not have a cameo, but sometimes, so NGC will give a star designation for coins that are proof-like or almost proof-like or have a high eye appeal. So this coin's kind of cool. It's got a real nice little bit of a proof-like finish to it, and came back as 67. So probably another one that falls into that range of coins that's not necessarily worth getting graded per se, but that might happen to you with some frequency if you're doing this. That's why I generally tell people don't play this game, generally speaking, but here we are, 1965, another SMS coin. Trying to get a cameo. So on some of the smaller coins, I think it's even harder to get cameos than the larger coins. So the dimes, the pennies are really hard to get a cameo on. And so this one came back as 67, nice graded coin, but also, if that came back with the cameo designation, it's a $100 coin, and like this, it's, I think, probably a $5 coin, which I'm guessing the engineer will tuck away into his little grading vault. This one's a blazer, right? So this is actually, you want to talk about grade, this 1965, I can tell right away why he sent this guy in. Just overall has the surface quality as far as the number of contact marks or lack thereof. Now, these came in sets, and you'd think they all come really nice, but there's actually a pretty wide variation of how nice these coins look, even though they came in sets. So like the here's a 66 set. The 65 sets came in like a flat pack. The 66 and 67s come in packs that look like this. And so this is the type of set that you'll see us pull from, or the engineer pull from, to try to get cameos. And so you can see how most of these just come with kind of a matte finish or just a brilliant finish, but without any type of real proof-like quality. Maybe the back of this guy does a little bit, but the front, not so much. So this guy came back as 68, which is a really high grade for these, and it's still probably barely gets you back your grading fees, right? And so that's like a $30 to $40 type coin on that guy. What's fun is when you do get something that has, you know, just enough of that finish. So we're talking about the possibility of getting, you know, a star on this 65. Well, here we have a 70D. Now this is a little bit more fun. So the Philadelphia coins that are special mint set and the San Francisco minted coins that are proofs, those tend to come back, you know, those tend to have a little bit of a proof-like finish already. But if you get a Denver minted coin like this one, so there's the Denver mint mark, that has a proof-like finish to it, that's where you really start to see collectors jump up and say, hey, wait a second, that's unusual in the marketplace, and I want one of those. So if you can get a proof-like, great. But if not, NGC throwing a star on a coin doesn't hurt. Pretty cool coin. Probably something that we'll just throw up on the auction block and start it that way. Let people kind of see what it's worth. I don't know. I don't think that stars come around too often on those. So sometimes, so we got coins here with some extra monikers, extra marks, stars, cameos. Now we're going to go for something with a little bit less than you would normally see. And by that, we're going to focus in on one coin that I think most of you have the opportunity to cherry pick if you're looking around. That is going to be a coin that looks very, very normal, and a lot of guys don't look for this. But this is the missing initials coin. So here you've got right here below the leg, between the right leg, the leg with the arrows and the tail feathers, you see that FG. And then on this one, you'll see there is no FG. And so sometimes that is just missing the initials or the no FG variety. And so no FG variety, nice little find, MS66. That's a coin that I think in this grade retails for about 500 bucks or so. So that's actually a really good pickup, which is fun because, well, first of all, it's a little bit easier to see this as a designation versus some other things. Instead of trying to get a grade rarity, you're just looking for something that's missing. It's a little easier to find. It's not like you have to be able to go through 1,000 sets and just pick the nicest coins. And last but not least, one of my favorites, modern era coins that you can cherry pick, or variety coins, whatever. On this guy, there I go again with my errors and varieties. I said I'd learn how to designate the two. Maybe this is an error and a variety because it's by accident, but I think it's a variety because it is in the die. Errors technically are things that are kind of one-offs. So here we have a coin that is a cameo finish to it. And one of the things we were just talking about here is mint marks and not mint marks. This is the 1983 missing the mint mark. This is one of the few coins that in my youth I would always try to cherry pick. Anytime I saw an 83 proof set, I would open it up and look to see if it had the mint mark or not. And there's a number of different coins that are like this in the modern proof world. And it's just kind of super fun because it's, once again, something that you don't need a lot of expertise to find. You just need to go buy proof sets and say, hey, is there a mint mark on that thing or not? And so this guy has a mintage of over 3 million. So proof sets from the 80s, if you don't understand, you know, they literally are tenfold what proof sets are today. So that's why there's not a lot of value in them, I guess you could say. But out of the 3 million, it looks like, what do we got here? NGC has graded about 237 and PCGS 561. Now, mind you, that's probably some, that's probably inflated 10 or 20% for crackouts and resubmissions. So what's interesting on that is that for all of the coins submitted, NGC does have a higher ratio. It's got about 7% of the coins graded are a 70, proof 70. and 78% are a proof 69. This one came back a proof 69. The PCGS has a 3% clip to get 70s and a 69% clip to get a proof 69. So kind of interesting, a little bit difference on just their ratios that you look at. But either way, you're talking about less than 1,000 coins graded out of 3 million. That's pretty impressive. So anyway, these guys trade at approximately $600 or $700 in that grade. I think 70s are just like auction coins with how few there are. There's like 30-ish known, and they go for thousands of dollars. So this is a fun little pickup in the old cherry picking pile. And let me know if you guys learned something today or if you have some of these coins. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Ben the Coin Geek. You can subscribe by clicking on the L button in the corner and watch more videos on the right side of the screen. Thanks.